All right, the Cinefanatics are here in Orlando. Wait. Oh, this isn't Orlando, is it? This is our living room. / movie set. Filming set. We should have been at this event. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at, basically.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's going on, guys? We're the Cinefanatics. I'm disappointed.
And I'm just happy to be here. Chris Adams, Robert Adams.
Yes. We are here to react to the movie trivia Schmoedown live in Orlando.
Recorded in our apartment in Austin, Texas.
Not Orlando.
Not Orlando.
Basically, what I'm saying is that we were going to be there, but we're not there, so this is what you get.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that, given the circumstances.
I'm still sad.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do about it?
Cool. Absolutely nothing now. I don't have a time machine.
Yeah, that's because they're not playing in this event. This is getting really stupid.
Nice.
Yeah.
So the first event here is, we got a double feature for this live event, as most live events. It was going to be the singles finale, but because Ben won that half of the singles bracket, they're now doing the finale for that at the Spectacular, which is also going to be live, which
we will be going to.
That one we should be going to.
Wait, should? That one we will be going to.
Right. That's what I said. Play the tape back. Don't play the tape back. So instead, they had to come up with another undercard for this match, which I believe will be the first of the two matches that we're reacting to here. We're going to break this up into two videos like we usually do.
Yeah, because this is dang near a 3-hour-long Schmoedown, and I'm not going to sit here and edit a 3-hour-long video. So we're going to break this up into the two matches.
For your viewing pleasure and convenience also.
And that way you don't have to sit through scrub through a 3-hour-long video.
Or look at our faces for almost 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I got like 2 minutes in the mirror and then I'm moving on. Anyways, so this is going to be the draft bowl between three managers, being Tom Dagnino, Kaiser, and Emma Fyffe. I wanted to say Kaiser Sose, but that's the wrong Kaiser. Yeah,
it's gone. Flash. Yeah, it's a call to action thing. That's not us.
So here's the thing. I think that the draft bowl was actually going to be the mysterious fifth match that we were going to have at Spectacular. Because there was supposed to be a fifth one that we didn't know what it was. It was like to be determined type of match.
It definitely feels like one that could have been there because it would have been easier to get more managers a part of that, since pretty much everyone's going to be at the Spectacular anyway. It's taking place in LA. Everyone's there. It would have been probably easier to do that there, but because of the last minute change up, they had to shift that around.
That's why I think this is what was supposed to be there, and they're just exchanging the two matches.
Which is a good thing on like the movie trivia Schmoedown part, because that means this is a sport that can easily like bob and weave. We gotta move things around and change stuff up. So just go with it. Just stop looking like I'm an idiot and just go with it. Jeez. Anyway, so what's going on with this match? Christian actually answered that in one of his Q&As on the Facebook page, because prior to that we could only assume what this match meant and what it was for. What's going to happen is Kaiser, Dagnino, and Emma, whichever one wins, has the opportunity or has the ability to now steal the number one pick from whichever of the three is going first.
Okay, so that way it's still making it fair for whichever other managers may be in this draft. Say like Roxy, for example,
who wouldn't be competing in a trivia match even if it was in LA.
Yeah, so it still makes it fair for them. So it's only grabbing the number one pick out of those three.
Yeah, it only affects those three.
So in this case, if Roxy happens to be going first in the draft, she picks the very first person that she wants. None of these three people, or whoever wins this draft bowl, has any ability to grab that person from Roxy.
Yeah.
They can only grab whoever's the first pick from whichever the three they want. Yeah.
Which, to be fair, I mean, like, you go into the draft, Roxy's going to pick Andreyko and Snyder, so that's going to cover two of her picks right off the top. Emma doesn't have, if she wins this, she doesn't have the ability to take Andreyko from Roxy.
Yeah. But if Kaiser picks...
But if somehow
Kaiser picks Smets, Emma could take Smets from Kaiser if Smets is not a protected.
Provided Smets doesn't have the belt come Spectacular, the Interdictum belt. So Yeah, this could really kind of mix things up for the draft coming up, especially because, like, yes, it doesn't involve the other managers, but there's still a level of advantage that one of these three is going to have in the draft bowl because it allows them to steal from one of the other two.
And what's nice is I wonder if they'll play up the story on this. Will like Roxy and Jay and anyone else sit there like, well, that wasn't fair that we're not having a draft bowl. Like they're giving themselves like a little three-way advantage here. What are we going to get? Can we steal from one another also, or
Yeah, I mean, it's
we could go on? I mean, we need to do a whole video of like, you know what? We should do a live stream video where we just sit here and talk about Schmoedown stuff. You know, that might be doable sometime in the near future.
yeah. But on this,
Let's get us to 1,000 subscribers and we'll talk about that.
nice. Plugging things. On this one though, like there is some stakes behind this because again, Smets doesn't have the belt. Then you have potential of some number one picks being Dan Murrell or Kevin Smets being stealable from either of the others. Like, I mean, there's like serious stakes behind this, and like it could lead to some serious faction change-ups, which the draft is going to do regardless.
Yeah.
So that nuke and all the drafty goodness is going to really make next season not the magic season, but the miracle season.
And real quick to touch upon something like that, this is something I like. If you watch a good TV show that is constantly being renewed season after season, you start to notice things like they'll plant like little seeds for what's going to happen next season, possibly even in the middle of the current season, and then that doesn't actually come to fruition until that season's finale, and then that's the main storyline for the following season. That's what this is essentially doing. We're having this draft bowl that's going to start the flourishing of what the nuke is going to be, which is going to be running all next season.
This is a nice little taste to have you tune in to the actual draft when it happens in January.
Which means that they're producing this show on a level where they're thinking that far ahead and they're able to sneak these little tidbits in. Now, granted, it's not really sneaking. We know that they're doing the nuke next season, but...
Yeah, to touch on that real quick, I mean, you go back to the award show where the Mr. Lawyer guy chimed in the middle of Finstock's acceptance speech.
Oh, yeah.
Pauly D? Yeah, Pauly D, the lawyer, chimed in, and that was... Or is that...
Pauly G. Pauly D would be the DJ
was it G?
Yeah, or something like that.
It's the same thing.
Pauly something.
Anyway, so he chimed in during that. He I want to say he like broke in during something of Jason Inman's, whether it was a post-match interview or an acceptance speech of some sort as well.
Just out of nowhere, and then he didn't become a thing until late the next season.
Yeah, we didn't see him again until finally we realized that he was kind of over Kalinowski and some of the anarchy stuff that was happening. So, yes, this is something that is not new to the Schmoedown, where you're setting up stuff a little bit at the beginning. Mm-hmm. And it's just another thing that makes the Schmoedown so watchable and so enjoyable is because they are thinking on that level.
Yeah.
That being said, we've been chatting for too long now. We need to get into this and see how this is going to affect the draft bowl in next season.
So this is going to be the draft bowl. We're also watching like the whole opening beginning of this. Unfortunately, the fan competition that they had was not televised. That was specifically that's what Christian said.
Yeah.
That was specifically for people who were there. So if you were there in Orlando and you saw this live, you got to see what sounded like an amazing fan competition.
Yeah. Sounded like it was 2 rounds, and they had a pretty solid winner, so we can't wait to see the winner next season.
Yeah, don't know his name off the top of our head quite yet, but
yeah,
that's fine. We've only seen like a brief picture of him on like Facebook, and that's about it.
Yeah, whenever he makes his appearance, looking forward to that. But yeah, let's jump into this.
Yep. Now it's time for another round of who do we recognize from the crowd?
No one. It's too dark. I see a hat.
I got 2 mics. I got 1 mic. I got 2. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I'll put this over here. Woo, look at this crowd. That's a FSU in the house. What's up? What is up?
Can't scan that fast.
Sit down. All right, man. Congratulations, by the way. Look at that. Right away, we had that fan contest. Did we find our next Schmoedown superstar? We're going to find out next season. We're going to find out. Mark Ellis is scrambling to get himself dressed, but he's going to look sharp as a tack. Hey, thank you guys for joining us here.
Orange Tic Tac?
It's exciting.
Probably.
I haven't really been back. I went to Florida State. All right, mixed crowd. I get it. That's fine. It's fine. I saw a lot of Gator fans in here. I get it. No, but we're excited. This is something we've wanted to do for a while since we're at Star Wars Celebration. We said that we're gonna. So 2 years ago, we were here and we said we're coming back. We're coming back for sure, and it was on the list. I'm glad we did because it's a great crowd. You guys are really loud and excited, and that's what we're gonna do tonight. We're gonna get loud. We're gonna go crazy because we're coming to the end of the season here. This is the singles tournament has come to, and I know that it's a little bit of a bummer. We're supposed to have the singles finale today, but Ben Bateman has been playing like a boss. We're wishing him well. He had back surgery. The guy, I'm telling you, he couldn't even. I even said to him, I said, Dan, you can't play. You can't play, man. We're gonna take you out. He's like, nope, I will be there. Guy took a golf club. It was a golf club. He didn't have a cane. I was like, get a cane. He didn't have a golf club. And he came in, he mopped the floor with the poor kid. But now it's him and Beast, and they're going to be playing at the Schmoedown Spectacular. Yeah. Yep. And the winner of that will face. They will face.
Oyama.
Paul Oyama, primetime for the title. Yeah. So let's Ellis. As soon as Ellis is ready to get going, he'll come out here. But I wanted to ask you. Oh, there he is! Right there. How dare you, sir? Big orange, dumpy gator. How dare you, sir? How dare you? How about a microphone? You want one of those? I know you love them so much. Hey, look at this.
Gentlemen, how about it for 1968 Florida State graduate Christian Harloff in the crowd?
That's right.
Now look, what's really exciting about tonight's event is that we consider the Schmoedown to be somewhat of a family affair.
Oh, yes.
There's a lot. When we were doing our meet and greet, we saw a lot of people bringing.
I'm not a math
bags,
person, but I feel like 68 is the wrong year.
There's a lot of motherly love here tonight,
True.
and Christian, that does not just extend to the people in the crowd.
No, it is not. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to give it up for my mother. She is here tonight. Nancy DeFeo, get up. Where are you? Nancy DeFeo, ladies and gentlemen, my mother. I got you. I knew it. You didn't know I was going to do it, but I got you.
Mama Harloff.
Don't you do it. Don't you? No, I don't. No one needs to see me. No. Don't do it.
Did your mom ever, like, when you were a kid, did she ever scold you and say, like, movie trivia's never going to pay the bills?
Yeah, no, right. No, that's the one she probably would say that. Get off the street, will you? Go do movie trivia. It's good to have my mother, my brother here, family, friends. I got a lot of friends from college.
I have no family here whatsoever.
No one likes you.
Nope.
Sorry.
Nope. My
It's
buddy
watch.
Jack-
You want to see that, Esther? How many people love Mark Ellis? Come on. See, you feel good? Okay. You feel good.
Is that Kyle?
Is that Kyle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Enough about you. I'm bored with it. All right, so
Your mom just waved at me.
Here's our surprise face.
that's fine. You and that Mark Ellis, it's so good together. The chemistry's amazing.
Surprise face might be our thumbnail,
All right,
actually.
but enough about that. This is about
No, please
tonight's
don't.
big event because, like I said, Bateman didn't make
Who
it
likes
quite.
us? Yeah!
Next season's gonna be the big
Who likes Kyle?
Change the entire landscape.
Yeah!
It's going to change the whole thing. Trades, deadlines, full-on sport. And yes, people have been asking, well, how much of it is going to be you and how much is it going to be really the coaches drafting? 100% they all draft themselves. They've been studying, they've been looking at the roster, they've been checking it out, they've been seeing. There's 150 players on the roster right now. Not everybody's getting drafted, and a lot of people said, well, tonight, we got 3 managers and they're playing. They're not playing for the first pick in the draft. They are playing, basically, whoever wins. Let's say Emma Fyffe wins tonight, right? Let's say she does.
It's a very good bet.
It's a chance. But let's say that she does.
Not biased at all.
If Tom Dagnino picks the 2nd overall pick in the first round, and Emma wins tonight, she can steal that pick from Tom.
There you go.
So that's how it's going to work out. Whoever wins gets to steal
You know,
it.
we probably could have saved about 20 minutes of our opening and just let
Well,
them
let's hear
explain
about it.
this.
First of all, how many people are here to see Tom Dagnino?
No.
It's kind of interesting
Bobby
follow.
Gucci!
Too bad we didn't have a time machine.
Yeah.
Still not competing.
People love him.
Somebody, you know what? If only Tom himself could speak as loudly as his fans.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna be like it's on.
Can't hear you, Tom. Into the microphone. Somebody brought a sign for you, Tom.
And how about this? How about it for Emma Fyffe? She's back as a manager. She's back as a manager of the year last year, and now she's back. That's got to be intimidating.
Emma Fyffe is not only a great manager, but it's funny because she's the one that I think is going to really take the draft the most serious. I think that Dagnino and Kaiser, they play fantasy football. They think they can just roll in off the street and draft people. Emma's got like a laminated sheet backstage that she's studying. She's got play calls. She is ready for the draft, and she's also ready to compete tonight.
That's right.
Yeah.
And lastly, we've had a lot of new rookies in general, but we also had a rookie manager who kind of tore on the scene. That's Kaiser.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know how to feel about Kaiser. They don't know how to feel about Kaiser. And we
Most
don't
of the
either.
crowd is not familiar with Kaiser.
That's right.
It's a type of role.
Yeah. I tell you a funny story though. We had the elite.
The dungeon
group of
heads here
guys
are
who
fans
made
of Kaiser.
He's like, I put criminals in jail. Kaiser
Apparently
walked
me
out
more
of the
than him
room.
because he doesn't react emotionally to anything.
All right, well,
Pretty
look,
much, yes.
we're all
I'm
here
dead
for
inside.
that, for sure to watch.
And outside.
How about it? The main event tonight for the titles: corruption versus the founding fathers. Let's hear it.
Oh, wait, that's happening too?
Let's hear it.
Not in this video.
Oh, yeah, next video.
It's gonna be the battle, and what a battle!
Yeah, that
And
was
the
Kyle.
stakes couldn't be higher, not only for the championship. If they lose tonight, the founding fathers, they're done. No more. It's over. It's over. But if they win, they defend the titles at the Spectacular on December 7th. Let's get a round of applause or boos. Who thinks corruption's gonna win? All right. All right.
The boos are starting to drown
I say we
out.
didn't do a who you
Let's
got
see,
in
let's see.
either
How
one of
many
these.
You guys think the founding
Yeah.
fathers will win? Wow. Wow.
Well, I mean,
All right.
we're
That's
dungeon
pretty
heads,
loud.
so we got Kaiser.
That's pretty loud. That's pretty loud.
Believe Emma's probably
I
going to win it,
know
but
I've
we're
never
rooting
seen
for
one
Kaiser.
sign on
I
both
think Kaiser
sides,
knows
so
more
it's
than
two
he
different
has
things.
ever given on.
It's a
And that's the
Dagnino
thing,
sign
we-
and
we've
Dan-
never seen
that's the
Kaiser
closest
play.
that Dagnino and Dan Merle have ever been to occupying the same space.
True. Well, all right, so guys, we are going to start with the draft poll, and we'll show you a little bit of how we got here right now. December 7th, the Schmoedown Spectacular. 5 matches, all the titles in the line. Whoever wins between Bateman and Bibiani will challenge Oyama for the title on December 7th.
I've got the knowledge and the gameplay. If he doesn't choke in round 3, I'll just have to beat him in 5 rounds.
Will you be standing?
I'll be standing. I don't know how chairs work anymore.
Mike Kalinowski will be defending the Inner Geekdom Championship.
I already crossed Chancer's name off my list.
You're out for redemption or you're out for blood?
Both.
I want to prove that I'm the best Intergeekdom player this league has ever seen. Don't tell Peter, but that belt's coming to me.
The Star Wars Championship on the line.
Can anyone beat you?
Well, you know, there's someone that I think might be able to.
The Team Championship will be on the line.
I'm just looking at that team tournament coming up, and I'm feeling damn good. After how we just did, I don't think there's anybody that could scare me.
Corruption wants to win. I'm a winner. Let's go.
It's really all about winning, and that's what my team does. We win.
Get your tickets at theschmoedownlive.com. All right, well, that's for Schmoedown Spectacular, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be coming up. And like I said, because it was a kind of last-minute thing here, because of Ben Bateman, the Manager Bowl, they are, like, the stakes, we do know what they're playing for. They're all talking smack with one another. They're all in the back. They wouldn't even stand next to each other. They're ready to. Emma's in their head because Emma has beaten Tom Dagnino twice. Yeah. She beat him at the Spectacular. She beat me at the Commish Bowl with Tom Dagnino last year. Kaiser is an unknown. We don't know.
Okay, so you think that Emma has the advantage because she's played in more of these events. I think Emma has the advantage because Emma Fyffe watches movies.
Right.
And
Right.
I think that is going to serve her well, particularly in the later rounds here today.
Yes, I mean that's probably a good call because
Like Kaiser and Dagnino, they go to the video store, they go right to the back behind the curtain. That's where they live.
yeah, that's true. Well, need I remind you of the call of Chazzik Bosman?
Hoping
When
we're not
Dagnino
answering questions from those
said
movies.
Chazzik Bosman, and he's the word is awful at trivia.
Yeah, he's pretty
Don't
bad.
worry about that.
It's pretty bad.
But
Heart of gold.
Good.
it's going to be entertaining nonetheless. We're going to have Dagnino, Fyffe, and Mr. Kaiser.
That's
And we're ready
right.
to go. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to get going? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
Roll that package.
Let's see that beautiful bean footage.
Energetic crowd here. It's a fervent Florida bunch.
Introducing first.
Currently no package.
Representing the Five Horsemen. With the record,
God, this is such a Bobby Gucci song.
2 wins, 7 defeats. He is the 2016-2017
How does he pull off wearing something like that? Seriously. Like,
year.
I don't know, is that cashmere?
Probably.
I'm pretty sure he told us that those pants were like $3,000.
Oh, is that the $3,000 pants?
I think so.
This might be the longest entrance we've ever had. He is going to want a glad hand each and every. Oh God, he's not wearing a shirt.
No, did you expect any less?
Yeah, that's some sort of jacket situation.
Eventually he'll get to the stage. We just don't know how long it'll take.
Doing a lot of fist pumps.
He's doing a lot of fist bumps. I mean, he's
Mingling
so
with the
slow.
crowd.
I mean, it's amazing how slow he is.
Thinking and walking.
No, he answers. This is how long it takes him to answer questions too. Go to the middle of the stage. Buffoon.
Call him Superfruit.
Said buffoon.
Oh. It's like Superfruit.
It could also be a good term. Tom Superfruit Dagnino.
Yeah.
He'd make it work.
What's up, Orlando? Your boy Gucci's here. You know, I almost didn't make it to Orlando. I got attacked by a cougar.
Oh no.
She was beautiful.
Yep. That's what I
I
thought.
did what any, civilized human would do.
No.
Called the Animal Control Center and then send her back where she needed to be.
It's not where I thought that was
I'll
going.
tell you something here.
Not
This is
where I
about
thought it was
draft
going.
picks here. Okay. I'm playing Kaiser. Do we have something on Kaiser here? Thank you. Do we have something? Look at that. That is your boy Kaiser in like Rochester, New York, in like 1964. Look at this guy. Let me tell you something about Kaiser. It's all fun and games till you lose your sense of reality. And Kaiser has definitely lost his sense of reality. If he thinks he's a better manager than I am.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's got Smets, he's got the other guy, who cares? And then there's Emma. She claimed that she's beaten me twice. But I'll reiterate this. Winners don't remember losing. Ever. Ever. Losers remember winning sometimes because they don't do it that much. She's a manager, then she's an announcer, then she's a commissioner, then she's a commentator. I know Florida got her back because she's a flip-flop and everybody wears flip-flops out here.
Wow. Nobody splits a crowd like Gucci.
Look, Christian, I tried to warn Tom. I had the luxury of having Tom be my roommate last night, and I tried to warn him, you don't come to Florida and insult flip-flops. They are a way of life down here, and I support you. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. And his opponent, representing the Fyffe Club, with a record of 2 wins, 1 defeat. She is the 2018 Manager of the Year.
Why is
She's
she
the
for corruption?
Golden Mike, Emma
That happens.
They love her, Mark.
There
they love
goes
her.
Emma.
They love her. And why wouldn't you? 2018, she took the Shire Wolves to the title. Under her tutelage, eventually Cushing got to the Inner Geekdom Championship.
And she's won manager bowls.
It's a sign. She's turning
She's had a
heel.
great run.
Yeah.
Emma Fyffe, ladies and gentlemen. Emma,
She's wearing
there
black.
you go.
By the way, Tom, it's Rochester, New York, not Rochester, so I'm glad to see that you're already staying true to form. Here's the thing is, yes, you're right, Tom. Maybe competing isn't exactly my forte, and yes, maybe I do remember the times I've won because they are seldom. However, 2 of those times have been against you. And that's just a fact. We already know that Tom Dagnino cannot beat me. And as for Kaiser, Kaiser, I actually think I received a call from your parole officer this morning. Yeah, it seems that your little ankle bracelet, the range on it doesn't go all the way to Florida.
Oh, no.
So
Gosh.
they were just kind of concerned about your whereabouts. Listen, this is all well and good. Obviously, I'm going to put all the effort I can possibly give into the match today. However, I will give Tom credit for this. This isn't about this match. This is about next year's game. And I've been manager of the year. And I intend to be that again. So, enough chit-chat. I'm here to win today.
Emma Fyffe, ladies and gentlemen. Emma, the Golden Mike.
Let's not mix words here.
And once
This
again,
is
they're back
absolutely
at it.
about the fact that
This
Tom
is-
Dagnino
this is
once
like
locked
the
Emma
War
Fyffe
of the
into a closet.
Roses.
It's true.
Except Emma's never saying yes.
He just does that to everybody.
And
Nope, that actually
their
happened to Emma
opponent,
Fyffe.
This it's like a recurring joke
Representing
or thing.
the Dungeon,
Sure.
led to the ring by his bodyguard, Big John, with a record of 0 wins, 0 defeats. He is Kaiser! The newbie of the group, getting some booze here.
Yeah.
Look at Big John. Look at that hat. Big
He's-
John is big.
It's almost like Kaiser is fighting people on his way to the ring. I'm more intrigued by this Big John character.
Me too. Well, look, they're booing
Oh,
Kaiser.
boy.
They're booing Kaiser.
Oh, boy. Kaiser.
He's not getting any
Yeah.
love. Oh, some people
There's
are some
some
high
high
fives,
fives.
some Dungeon lovers, but
There's
for the
some
most
high
part,
fives.
well, you got to look at it this way.
There
you go.
These are
Nico.
2 legends of the managing game here with Fyffe and Dagnino.
And
He's a
this is-
newbie. Now, some say he's the front runner for manager of the year this year.
But he is a rube. And
We
he's
say
going
that.
to get his rookie initiation in a match like this.
And here he is.
Here comes
Kaiser
the fun.
taking the stage here, looking down at Dagnino and Fyffe.
This microphone is my boomstick.
Nice reference.
See? That's what I'm talking about.
Good to be back in Orlando, next door to the dairy plant. All you lactose intolerant people, I'm sure that's threw you a curveball. Harloff,
Yeah.
I'd like to thank you for booking me a hotel room. That was awful nice of you. That being said, I got rooms booked all over town. Because I don't need you snooping around knowing how I spend my nights in Orlando, Florida. Wow. Look at Tom Dagnino. Look at Tom Dagnino. He's like the verbal Kent of the Schmoedown. Walking around with a limp, mumbling and shit.
Back to Kaiser Sose.
Yeah.
Truth be told, me and Tom Dagnino are actually friends. Me and Bobby Gucci are not.
Wait.
And as far as Finstock's concerned, well, if I ever need a falsified passport, need to disappear for a few years, y'all know who I'm calling.
Can we please just like finally canonize the fact that Tom Dagnino has multiple
Emma.
personalities?
Yeah.
You and I haven't always seen eye to eye. I invited her to Primetime's championship parade in downtown LA. She didn't show up. I don't know if she was bird watching or whatever she does on weekends, but she didn't show up. But I didn't take offense to that. Because
now that this nuke is dropped, we got a draft coming in 2020. Okay? And all the lines are getting rewritten, Em. Okay? People you thought you trusted, people you thought were your friends, they might end up getting drafted by corruption. Which is like a common enemy of you and me, right? Ken and Grace. It's like Bonnie and Schmeigel, you know? Schmeigel, is that what it is?
Schmeigel.
I don't know. I don't watch those movies. But my point, Emma, is this. You and I may find that we have to pool our resources to root out the common rat in this league that is corruption. Because everybody in this room knows what the dungeon does to rats. We turn them into hamburger.
John Kaiser, ladies and gentlemen. So here we go. Dagnino, Fyffe, Kaiser. Let's get ready for the draft bowl. All right, Mark. Competitors have sat down.
Oh, boy.
Round number 1 is about to begin. Give the crowd and people watching on the live stream the rules.
Hi, Mom. In round number 1, it's a 3-way match, but it's going to work like a normal round number 1. 8 questions will be asked.
Chairs, we will.
I feel like I might have to do the rules 2 or 3 times for
Yeah,
this
that
bunch.
probably makes sense. So we're going to start. The answers already know. All right, we will start. We will start here and ask. We'll ask Dagnino. Are you ready?
In the mortal words of Al Bundy,
Okay.
let's rock.
We'll ask John Kaiser. Are you ready?
What do you think?
And we ask Emma Fyffe. Are you ready?
Let's do this.
I
Then
just
let's get ready to.
my goal is for
Schmoedown!
us to have more points than any of these 3 individuals
right.
by the end of
Fantastic.
this.
Great.
This crowd is great.
Well, maybe
Question
Emma.
1. Round number 1.
Still,
Emma might be.
Comedies. And to remind everyone in that crowd once again, do not shout out answers at all. You will be asked to leave. Here we go. Here is the first question.
By Kaiser's bodyguard.
That's right. Big John's down there breaking legs. All right.
What? You just threatened to break somebody's legs?
That's what he was hired for.
He's good at
Number
what he
1,
does.
comedies.
What he does
15
isn't very
seconds
nice.
answer. Which SNL star co-stars with Chris Kattan in the 1998 comedy A Night at the Roxbury?
It's kind of a slap in the face to Chris Kattan, isn't it? He was also on SNL. I mean,
Yeah.
what SNL great starred with Chris Kattan? I thought he was great on SNL.
Well, we're off to a great
5,
start so far.
yeah.
4,
What is love?
3,
Baby, don't hurt me.
2, 1. Pens down, please.
Go ahead
Pens
and mark
down.
the
We'll
right
start
answer on this
with
one.
Dagnino.
I partied with this guy once.
Did you?
Will Ferrell.
Yes. Emma Fyffe.
I blanked out, so I wrote down what Mark said to write down your best attempt at an answer.
Okay. Missed it. And John
Nice.
Kaiser.
I got Will Ferrell. Whose lawn Bobby Gucci mowed? That ain't partying.
All right, so Dagnino
Will
and
Ferrell.
Kaiser
Yeah,
tie here
same.
at 1. So Emma missed it. So here's
Oh, you put 2 R's, I put 2 L's.
Action number 2.
We'll never get that
in
right.
The category of
One of us did.
action/adventure movies.
Maybe.
What martial arts legend starred in the films Rumble in the Bronx and The Tuxedo? What I love about these
Yep.
competitors is that when they give an answer, they also give like
I actually really like Rumble in the
diatribes
Bronx.
as to how they arrived at that answer.
Oh, you know no one's here for the trivia.
No, they're
5.
Can you repeat?
Yes.
that's
First one.
it.
Did I see the
One of
tuxedo?
3 JTE rules. Action/adventure. What martial arts legend
Maybe it
starred
was
in the
kind of
films
cheesy,
Rumble in
but
the
was that the one with the
Bronx
British
and
cop dude?
Tuxedo?
I
Something
can't
I'm
remember.
wearing right now.
15 more seconds.
I remember this person was in this movie.
Halloween, by the way.
I don't remember
Yeah.
anyone
Halloween.
else.
It's like David S. Pumpkin's weird cousin.
Nice.
That's a compliment.
That's a good
How I'm
reference.
receiving it.
4, 3, 2, 1. Start with Emma Fyffe.
Jackie Chan?
Yes. Kaiser
Jackie Chan.
and Dagnino.
When I was in Indonesia,
Oh no.
Jackie Chan.
That's it.
It's Jackie Chan.
Jackie
1,
Chan.
2. Okay.
It's too bad that they don't do lobotomies anymore because Gucci would be a prime candidate.
All right. Next question here. Next question
We'll
here.
never get through this match.
Okay. Number 3 is dramas. Who starred opposite Jack Nicholson in the 2003 romantic drama Something's Gotta Give?
I already had the name in my head
Give me
before they said 2003.
Yep.
Come on.
So I was thinking that
Hey,
this.
it's your old pal, Jack.
Nice.
What?
It's like I'm sitting right next to the guy.
I thought that this video was going to be 3 hours because of the corruption versus founding fathers being a 5-round.
No, it's this match.
It's this match.
Helen Hunt.
Nope. That's
Dagnino.
as good as it gets.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's as good as it gets, is what you're
Helen
thinking.
Hunt. I don't know.
No, and Emma.
I wrote Meg Ryan.
Nope.
Oh, looking for Diane Keaton.
Diane Keaton.
Diane Keaton.
So we stay at 2-1-2 as we get to question number 4.
In the
Oh, yeah,
world
we're doing
of
good so
80s
far.
Movies,
Yep.
The 1980s. Your question is: who played Princess Claire Standish in The Breakfast Club? Something that I enjoyed at Waffle House.
I know her.
Yep.
I haven't been to Waffle House in like 10 years.
I'm going to blink on her name.
I kind of am too. I'm trying to pull it. I'm like
They were
there.
impressed.
Oh, it's like Andre the Giant who returned from the dead. Really big plate.
I ordered the
5,
triple,
4,
and they looked at me like, "Are you sure, little boy?"
3.
Blanking on her name. I know her. I'm just blanking on her name.
Pens down.
Nope.
Start with Tom Dagnino.
No way.
Whew. My grandfather did set design in this movie. Her name is Molly Ringwald.
Yep.
Emma
God dang it.
Ringwald.
Yes, Kaiser.
Molly Ringwald.
Go.
Oh, all 3 of them.
2, 3. 3.
Ugh.
Okay, next question.
That's frustrating.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That one's frustrating.
Fantasy
I like
Sci-Fi.
Breakfast Club.
Fantasy
Why?
Sci-Fi. Neil Blomkamp directed this 2009 sci-fi film starring Charlton Copley.
Well, Neil Blomkamp directs this movie starring Charlton Copley.
2-3. Getting competitive.
That's every movie that Neil Blomkamp directs.
Yeah. He's, I think
I think I
Dagnino
misspelled
overwrote.
that.
How?
I don't know. It doesn't look right.
You got the wrong
Title's not
answer.
that long.
We start with Emma Fyffe.
I genuinely have no idea.
Okay, and Kaiser.
District 9.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's why.
Dagnino.
I'm just gonna. There.
28 days later.
No, but it's close.
Takes the lead.
It's District 9.
District 9.
I forgot the T on the end.
Four, Kaiser
I was like,
takes
District?
the lead.
No, it's
I
District.
thought you were trying to write Elysium. I was like,
No.
if you can't spell it, you got the wrong answer. No, clearly you just can't spell.
Rehab, Dagnino.
Gentlemen and lady, your next question is in the world of teen films.
Who?
Teens.
Teen?
Utes.
Utes? Teens.
Your question is, who plays the lead character in the 2010 drama Easy A? What kind of a, maybe...
Molly
this is like
Ringwald.
For your mom. What kind of a student was Christian George?
Or
Lot of A's?
modern Molly Ringwald. Sort of.
B's. C's.
Just make sure you're home in time for dinner.
That's a good one.
5, 4.
Kind of helps that we just saw a movie with this person in it a few days ago.
Yep.
Pens down, Kaiser. Pen down. And what do you got?
Me?
Yes, you.
Carol Burnett.
No.
Wow.
Dagnino.
You know, I like her. She's I like Carol Burnett. She's really
You're
cool.
pouring
Yeah,
it.
she is.
The answer is
Emma Stone is
Emma
correct.
Stone.
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone.
That's a big.
Emma Stone is correct.
Kaiser.
Gets himself 4. Emma catches up, and we're 4-3-4. Dagnino and Kaiser tied up again. All right.
Can we rewind and get Molly Ringwald
I
credit?
know. We're one Molly Ringwald away from a perfect round so far.
Yep.
Horror thriller. What 1968 George Romero film is known for creating the modern zombie genre?
Yep.
I heard you went to a Halloween Horror Nights recently.
Did.
How was it? Yeah. Do you
You should
recommend
know
it?
this one.
Recommend going with Josh.
Really?
So, quick background. We saw Zombieland 2. He doesn't like zombie movies. I do.
5.
I love zombie. I love George Romero.
That's a better impression than the Nicholson.
There it is.
And if I'm not right, I'm close.
My man's next. 2.
It's possible.
1. Pens down.
There's a whole bunch of the Dead movies.
Yeah.
Tom Dagnino.
I did start with Emma.
What?
Oh no. Okay.
Let me see
Just
your
I think the answer is the Night of the Living Dead.
Yes.
We can accept that. Yeah.
And Emma.
Night of the Living Dead.
Yes. Kaiser. Let me see.
I had Dawn of the Dead.
That's the second one. Night of the Living Dead is the first.
Me and Kaiser are of one mind.
And Fyffe and Kaiser are
Now,
now tied
I
up.
like Dawn of the Dead more than
Look
Night
at
of the
that.
Living Dead.
Unexpected
takes
turn
the
of
lead.
events.
But yes, Night of the Living Dead is the original.
Dagnino's in the lead right now.
Last question in round one.
Let it be known
Interesting.
that
Last question
Dagnino's in the lead
round
right
number
now.
one.
It's okay, we're still beating him.
In the world of
I'm
animated
tied with him
movies.
right now.
Oh.
Movies drawn by hand or on a computer. Your question. Who voiced the robot in 1998's The Iron Giant?
Yep.
Yep.
Look at Emma. Emma could tie this up here.
Yeah.
Emma could tie this up if Dagnino misses.
I don't know if the I before E rule.
Look at this.
Yeah,
Emma,
well,
look at her
yeah.
face.
I just tried the E before I and it didn't look
I
right,
think
so I
Emma's
kind of
got it.
smeared it.
And
And
Got it.
Kaiser's still
Yeah.
writing.
4,
Dagnino, not sure.
3.
Repeat the question.
I can
Dagnino gets
repeat
to
the question. Who voiced the robot in 1998's The Iron Giant?
Dagnino using the repeat here, trying to figure it out. Emma.
didn't Emma use a
holding-
repeat?
Emma very smartly holding.
Yeah,
to
you
her
gotta
chest, and these two.
you gotta clutch
Yeah,
that thing.
Very smart. And 5,
We'll just hold it
4,
down.
3, 2, 1. We start with Emma.
I am
I
robot.
believe it's Vin
That
Diesel.
is correct. Kaiser.
You know what rhymes with Vin Diesel? Jim Caviezel.
No. And Dagnino to take the lead. No, Emma Fyffe has tied the game.
Vin
Emma
Diesel.
Fyffe has tied the game. Kaiser now finds himself 1 point below as we get into the second
Super
round.
rowdy.
What a match so far, Mark.
just-
How's round 2 go?
I just want to know, like, if you don't know the answer to the question, that's fine. Jim Caviezel and Ed O'Neill are two of the oddest guesses.
I mean,
I'm a big fan of the Thin Blue Line because I watch cinema,
children.
not dumb movies with training dragons and things.
Yeah, I don't know why that happened.
All right. As we move on to
I love the
round
reasoning.
number 2, this is known as the wheel round. Round number 1. And if you aren't sure of the answer, you can ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. We are going to do 3 questions in round number 2 for each competitor. And because Tom Dagnino is sitting all the way over there in the end, you're tied with Emma Fyffe.
Actually, no. Emma Fyffe has beaten Tom twice. She is a choice.
I do think it's
is
more
that
fair if
so?
Emma. Would you like to spin the wheel first, Emma, or would you like to defer?
I will spin the wheel first.
Emma's
yeah.
going to spin the wheel.
She could do like a Bibiani and just stand.
Emma,
All
please
right.
let us know after you decide what it is, what you're choosing, because we can't see from here. What do you got? What is that? Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock.
I think I'll spin
You're
again.
going to spin again.
Okay.
All right,
Sandy
so
B.
spin again. Although I don't know how much they would have known about Sandra
Ooh,
Bullock. Though.
that messes with my eyes.
I know her competitors may not know that
Yeah.
much.
What's that?
Action adventure.
Action adventure. So she might want
You are
Action
getting
adventure it is.
sleepy.
There we go.
Ooh.
All right, Emma. All right, so remember, guys, Kaiser
I'm
and
awake.
Dagnino, you should be writing
Have fun with
down
that
the
on the
answer
mic there.
as
Yeah.
Emma gets it, because if she misses it, that's when the steal will happen. All right, here we go, Emma. You have 3 questions. Here's
Excuse.
your first. Emma, your first one. Who plays the villainous Raul Silva in Skyfall?
Oh.
Javier Bardem.
Yes.
Multiple choice?
Is it A, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, B, Benicio del Toro, C, Edward James Olmos, D, Javier Bardem?
All good choices.
Javier Bardem?
Yes, for 1
Yeah.
point. 1 point. Okay.
I like Jeffrey Dean Morgan, like his twin brother almost.
All right, Emma, here is the second one. Who directed the 2000 martial arts film Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
Ang
Ang
Lee.
Lee.
For 2 points.
I think that spin away from Sandra Bullock may have been the right choice.
All right.
That's a
And your
phenomenal
final
film.
question.
Phenomenal film.
Final question. What is the name of Captain Nemo's ship in 20,000 Leagues
The,
Under the Sea?
Starts with the N.
Multiple choice.
Yeah.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Abernath?
No.
B, Sulaco?
No.
C, Nautilus?
Yes.
D, Expedition?
The Nautilus.
For 1 more point.
Yep.
Emma Fyffe
I was like, it's a famous name. It's a
Yeah.
very famous name.
through the multiple choice and picks up some more points here. She now finds herself with a 4-point lead over Dagnino.
And now one of these gentlemen is going to have to muster the strength to lift that wheel. Tom, do you want to spin, or would you like to defer to Kaiser?
You want Kaiser?
Yeah, I'm gonna pass to that space cadet.
Kaiser's up.
Kaiser will
is up.
spin the wheel. And John, again, after you get your category, please let us know what it is.
Who is John?
Kaiser.
Ah.
You smell like mothballs.
Smell like the Gucci store.
All right.
Here's a spin by Kaiser.
Mothballs. Your mother smelt of elderberries.
All three of them are competent managers.
Oh, you hit action adventure? Okay, you got 2 more spins.
Here comes Kaiser.
Was
Tell us
animated?
what the
first one was
category
animated?
is.
Okay. What is this?
90s.
90s. Sticking with 90s.
Cast on animation, obviously.
All right,
Lucky.
90s.
You got really lucky there, Kaiser.
All right.
All right, Kaiser. I'll be asking you your question in
He'll
the
get
world of
these.
90s
He'll do pretty good at
movies.
this.
This is the decade where you hung awkwardly from a jungle gym.
See how everything ties together? It all comes full circle.
Who plays the lead, Mitch Robbins, in the 1992 film City Slickers?
Billy Crystal.
Billy Crystal.
2 points.
All right.
Next up, Kaiser, for a possible 2 more points. 1997's Volcano takes place in what United States city?
California.
What a stupid movie. Multiple choice.
California's not a city.
Oh, city? Yeah.
Is it A,
San
New York
Francisco.
City, B, Miami, C, Albuquerque, or D, Los Angeles?
Oh,
Los
Los
Angeles.
Angeles.
That is incorrect. So for a 1 point
Albuquerque?
steal, both Tom and Emma can write down their best attempt at an answer.
Choices.
Your options again. Is it A, New York City, B, Miami, C, Albuquerque, or D, Los Angeles?
So, all right. So, right, if you have the answers written down, Tom, you have your answer written down?
Yeah, it's
And you had?
there was a in the La Brea tar pits. The answer is Los Angeles.
Yes. And
Los
yes, they
Angeles.
both pick up the steal.
That's
Fyffe
a
goes
big
to
steal.
10. Dagnino
Yeah.
goes to 6. All right. Last one.
All
Last
right,
one for
Kaiser. 2 points would really help you out going into round 3 if you can get this last question in round number 2. In the world of 90s movies,
First of all, are there volcanoes in Los Angeles? What kind of horse is this?
It's the La Brea tar pits.
There are children in the audience.
Oh,
Tommy
sorry.
Lee Jones and
Horse
somebody
poop.
else.
your question. What is the subtitle of the sequel to Gremlins?
New batch.
A new batch.
2 points for Kaiser. That's a huge
Wow.
answer for
Big,
Kaiser.
big.
That keeps him in the ball game going into round
Well,
3.
now Kaiser finds himself with 2 more points over Dagnino. Fyffe, though, big lead here, 10. But
Fyffe,
Dagnino
though.
has not spun. This is something big. Dagnino needs to spin something that he is confident with.
Do those categories exist?
Come on, Arnie Sly.
To the best of your knowledge.
I'm assuming it's on the wheel.
Dagnino do it. What's he going to land on?
That breath spray can't
He's the
help you,
manager of the
pal.
horse. Remember, Dagnino's got a big night tonight. Dagnino's also managing the Founding Fathers.
That's right,
He
that's
could be
right,
walking away
that's
managing
right.
the team champions.
What's the category?
What is the category? Category, Sandra Bullock?
What was the category?
Category was Sandra Bullock?
Sandra Bullock.
It's amazing how the competitors struggle with
The
telling
audience
us.
has been helping us.
The audience is great. Yeah. He's going to keep it. He's going to keep Sandra
I feel
Bullock.
like the price is right.
What are you doing? Spinning again. He's spinning again? What are you doing? You spinning again?
He's going to keep it.
All
He's
right,
going to
he's
keep it.
He's making you work now.
He's making Emma
Making
Fyffe
work.
work way
Oh,
too
man.
hard with that wheel.
Well,
Very dangerous.
we can predict one way this could go.
Early Schmoedown days of carrying
Here we
wheels.
go.
Musicals either.
All right, here we go. All right, Tom, first question. Sandra Bullock movies. Who plays the snobby socialite Daphne Kluger, who wears the valuable Toussaint diamond necklace during the heist in Ocean's
Anne
8?
Hathaway.
Yeah.
Competitors writing down their answers in case a steal is afoot.
I'm gonna. I think I know it.
3.
Anne Hathaway.
Ooh,
Yes.
nice. That's a big 2 point right there.
All right.
Yeah,
That's 8. Okay.
a big 2 point
All
for
right,
Dagnino.
Tom. Next question.
It was a good match.
Next question. Here you go, Tom. Who directed Sandra Bullock in Speed?
Who was that?
That's a tough one. I know Speed too. Because
That wasn't
he's
one of the
fucking
Scots,
Jason
right?
Patrick. He's a douche.
I almost want to say
Anybody
it
know
was
that guy in
Tony
real life? He's the
Scott,
worst.
but I was thinking
5,
Tony also. Tony Scott.
4, 3, 2, 1.
MC.
What did you say?
He's speaking in codes. You know how he operates.
Is it
MC, multiple choice.
Is it A, Rennie Harlan, B, Jean de Bont, C, Wolfgang Peterson, D. John McTiernan.
Rennie Harlan.
Tiernan.
Let me get those answers again.
You get one of those. A. Rennie Harlan. B. Jean de Bont. C. Wolfgang Peterson. D. John McTiernan.
Go McTiernan.
A.
Incorrect. So guys,
John
is
de
it
Bont.
A. Rennie Harlan. B. Jean de Bont. C. Wolfgang Peterson. D. John McTiernan. All right, we start.
It's
with
not
Emma
John
for this
McTiernan.
field.
I said B.
That's correct
Yeah.
for 1 point. And Kaiser
I had D. McTiernan.
did not have it, so Fyffe takes
Wow.
1 more point.
Ooh.
All right, so
Yeah.
we know that Emma Fyffe is going to be going into round number 3 with the lead.
Yeah.
The question is, what kind of lead is she going to have?
All right. Tom, last one.
Yes.
In what 90s action film did Sandra Bullock play a by-the-nose cop named Lena Huxley?
Demolition Man.
He would know that.
How many JTs I got?
It's Lenina Huxley.
I got one more JT.
You have 2 more.
Oh, 2 more. Yeah.
Based off Brave New World by Aldous Huxley.
4.
Repeat the question.
All right, second one. In what 90s action film did Sandra Bullock play a by-the-nose cop named Lena Huxley?
That's a Sly movie.
I'm going to take a wild guess and say the net.
That is incorrect.
It is a
Point
Sylvester
steal, we
Stallone
cannot
movie.
give you multiple choice.
You guys have 15 seconds to write it down.
We don't get a multiple.
He just
choice?
realized that
Not get an
too.
MC.
Yeah.
Ask for it, so you
Learn the
have to
game,
guess.
Kaiser.
Maybe
Yeah,
not.
Learn the
15
game.
seconds, counting down.
Wow.
5.
Repeat the question.
All right, repeating 1 for Kaiser. In what 90s action film did Sandra Bullock play a by-the-nose cop?
A what nose cop?
By the
By the
book.
nose.
Excuse me,
By
by
the
the
book.
book.
By the book.
By the
Oh,
nose.
man, I think I blew it. I think I know what it is.
Lena Huxley.
Now he realizes it.
He just realized, yep.
If this question was a horse,
It's like Dagnino's really matched his meat.
The answer is what I think it is. I'm going to be
5.
really angry about it.
Yes, he
4,
is. This is gonna be awesome.
3,
Yeah.
2,
Yep.
1. We start with Kaiser.
I had the Christian Slater movie Cuffs.
No, and Emma for a 2-point steal.
Demolition
Yes!
Man.
Emma Fyffe takes
Got
a
it.
5-point
All right.
lead going into round number
So this is
3.
Fyffe's game to lose now.
She's at it again. She's at it again. Round number 3.
Oh, man.
Mark, look at this battle. The Fyffeinator
cannot
goes into the
believe
3rd round
that I didn't
with
get a
the
Stallone
5-point lead.
movie.
It is a 5-point
What
lead for
a
Emma
loser.
Fyffe, but as the crowd knows, as the competitors
Knew it.
know from various competitors that they have managed, anything can happen in round number 3. Round number 3, we're going to need a series of 3 numbers.
Right, that's right.
So Emma's going to give us her series of numbers first. Emma,
Big bummer
from
for
1
Dagnino.
to 20, what feels lucky to you?
I'm gonna go 3, 7, and 12.
3, 7, and 12 for Emma. We
course.
now bounce to Dagnino.
Let's go.
Why don't you pull the scratch-off ticket out of your pocket and use
Let's
those
go.
numbers?
Let's go 16
16.
for Dwight Gooden.
Gosh.
17 for one of my favorite players and a good friend of mine, Keith
And
Hernandez.
last one.
And let's go with 18 for Daryl
18.
Strawberry.
All right, Kaiser, the numbers chosen so far. 3, 7,
The best
12,
numbers.
16, 17, 18.
We'll go 15 for Thurman Munson,
Yep,
the captain.
yep.
We'll go number 1 for Kevin Smets, the best player in the IG.
Wow.
And 5.
All right. All right, so we are actually
There's no
For-
significance behind the number 5.
No story?
good stuff. All right, we're going to start with John Kaiser, who took number 15. He took number 15 for 2 points. John, you got Thriller. You got Thriller. Who played Simon Callum, who was the protagonist in The Gift?
Adios.
Chris Evans. Or am I thinking a different movie?
Hugh Jackman.
Looking for
The
Jason
answer is
Bateman.
Joel Edgerton.
Jason
Oh.
Bateman. All right, so now we bounce. Now we bounce to Dagnino.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Bateman. Yeah,
Jason
Bateman
that's
was-
right.
yeah.
Chose
Okay, I was
16.
thinking a different
He did
movie.
choose
Which
number
I think the word
16,
gift is in
Christian.
the
There's
title.
so many.
And number
There's so many movies
16,
called Gift.
I cannot
or
think
The
of a
Gift.
better human being to select this category. Catch him this week at New Jersey Horror Fest. Charlie Sheen is the category. Charlie Sheen.
Well, I'm currently writing a sequel to Major League.
That's a great story for another day.
All right, here we go.
Your question, Tom, for 2 points in the world of Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen starred as Topper Harley in what 90s spoof comedy film?
Hot Shots.
Hot shots.
That's correct for 2 points.
2
All right.
points. One of the funniest films ever.
We bounce back to Kaiser now, who chose category number 1. Category number 1 for family films. Family films, Kaiser.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right.
He'll know
Kaiser,
this one.
Family films.
Yeah, watch.
Which member of the Little Rascals is known for having one spiked hair?
Alfalfa.
Alfalfa.
For 3 points.
Is this spiky?
All right.
Stop.
All right.
Thank
I
you,
don't know if you
Dungeon
saw
Heads.
the-
Thank you.
Nicely
Now we go back to Dagnino.
Okay,
Now we're
Tom.
back to Dagnino.
Buckwheat was
Tom,
my favorite character.
you selected number
If you do a
7.
family film from when he
Tom
was a
selected
kid, yeah,
number
he was going to get
7
that.
For his 3-point question.
17. Number 17.
Excuse me, number 17, the number of Doug Williams, Super Bowl MVP. Tom, I don't know if maybe staying in my room last night helped you, but you're getting very lucky again because your 3-point category is sports movies.
What?
And your question.
Do you ever
For
sit
3
down?
points.
I mean, ever. Do you ever sit down for once in your life? You're nervous.
And your question for 3
is.
points.
Go ahead.
Who plays Coach Morris Buttermaker in the 1976 version of Bad News Bears?
Walter Matthau.
Ooh. I don't know if you're going to get that one.
For 3 points and to tie Emma.
Well, he's a legend.
5.
Does he have a name?
Yes, he is.
Walter Matthau.
Ooh. Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Dagnino.
He's tied Fyffe, so now he's forced
All right.
Kaiser's hand. Kaiser has to hit his 5-pointer to stay in the game. So Kaiser is now, he chose category number 5 for his 5-pointer. All right, so his 5-pointer mark.
5-pointer,
It was
Kaiser.
number 5.
Saddle up, Kaiser.
Is in the category.
Come on.
How do you feel about musicals? Okay.
Watch us dance all over Kalinowski's ass later this season if we make it that far.
Taking shots at Kalinowski, we might as well.
Yeah.
One more shot as they throw him out the door.
Your question, Kaiser, in the world of musicals for 5 points to stay alive. What 2005 movie musical begins on Christmas Eve and ends on Christmas a year later?
Rent.
Emma knows it.
Of course I'm going to know that one.
Repeat the question.
The second one.
I can do that. What 2005 movie musical begins on Christmas Eve and ends on Christmas a year later?
How many JTs do I have?
You have one left.
I have one.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
All right.
I'll take that.
Last one. Here we go.
Reminder to all of our friends out there, but more importantly, our friends backstage. Don't say the answer. What 2005 movie musical begins on Christmas Eve and ends on Christmas a year later?
Chicago.
And Kaiser has been eliminated.
Rent.
The
We were
answer was
looking for
Rent.
Rent.
Rent. You can stay there. You can stay there.
I gotta stay here?
Yes.
Looking for Rent.
You gotta,
Well,
you gotta watch.
well,
you gotta
well.
watch who wins.
What a
All right,
tangled
so
web we weave.
Isn't it fitting? Isn't it fitting
That's
that
a
we are
bummer.
down to Dagnino and Fyffe? So that's right, Emma Fyffe. Emma Fyffe will answer her first question, a 2-pointer. She chose category number 3, romance.
Okay.
Romance. All right, here you go.
Adios.
Emma, here's your first question. Who directed Ewan McGregor and Nicole Kidman in Moulin Rouge?
Oh, Baz Luhrmann.
Yes.
Yes, 2
Yeah.
points. All right,
Here we go.
so Dagnino has to hit his 5. If he hits his 5, he stays in the game.
Arnie and Sly.
If not, Emma will win and steal a draft pick from either one of these two morons next year.
Hey,
All right.
don't call him a moron yet because Dagnino could get this question right.
True.
You selected number 18
Right.
for your 5-point question, Tom.
18.
That corresponds to the category. I believe this is the first time that you visited your now homeland of Croatia, the 1980s. And your question for 5 points and to stay in the game.
Oof.
Tony Scott directed Eddie Murphy in what 1987 film?
You know,
Beverly Hills Cop.
big fan of Scott's.
Thought that was earlier in
Five.
I am
87.
going to go ahead and say Beverly Hills Cop 2.
It
Yes,
is
he
Beverly
hits
Hills
it.
Cop.
Nice.
Wow. So Emma Fyffe can now tie the game. It is 18-15. Emma Fyffe can tie the game with this one, number 7.
Oh
Number
my gosh.
7.
So tie and win.
I come to play. I come to play. When the lights are on, chips are down, the best in town.
Number 7. All right, here we go. This is Emma's is number 7.
Yes. So
What an
Emma
undercard.
selected for her 3-point question,
Tie the game.
number 7, and Joe Theismann's number corresponds to the category of the 2000s.
Okay.
These are the 2000s. And your question for the win, for the tie.
For the time.
Just kidding.
Time.
Who directed the superhero flick Hancock?
Oh.
God.
Is it Bayona? No.
Will say
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Jim Brown.
Nope.
Looking for Peter Berg.
Well, how interesting is this?
I was wanting to say Peter Weir, but I
Emma
was like, no,
Fyffe
that's not.
hits her 5-pointer, she wins. However, if she misses, Tom Dagnino will win the game.
All
Wow.
right, and
This could be a
Christian,
Can I
first.
say just one thing?
wouldn't you know it?
Well, here we are again.
Emma
obviously.
selected number 12 for her 5-point question. And it just seems to be that kind of match where we're getting a lot of decades. And Emma,
Oh boy.
where were you in the 1990s?
Mostly like sitting on my couch playing PlayStation, I think.
That could
Fair.
serve you well.
Speaking of decades, look no further than that piece of trash Dagnino's wearing right now. It's about 80 years old.
It's 1970 Gucci.
All right. So happy that Christian invited Kaiser to stay at the desk.
You asked for it, pal.
Emma, for the win in the world of the 90s movies, in 15 seconds or less, tell me the answer to this question.
Oh gosh.
What 1991 fantasy comedy follows a young woman whose unstable life becomes even more complicated when her wild imaginary childhood friend reappears?
Oh,
Fred.
jeez.
Fred?
Remember?
You got JT's.
Oh, what's it?
I know.
2 repeats left.
Best friend Fred or imaginary
I'm managing
friend?
Emma now. I don't
What's-
want Gucci to win.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Second one.
What 1991 fantasy
What was that
comedy
called?
follows a young woman whose unstable life becomes even more complicated?
I wanna say
when
Right
her
Said Fred, but
wild
that's too sexy of an
imaginary
answer.
Childhood friend
Um,
reappears.
It was Rick Mayerl that played him.
5, 4.
Mm-mm.
One more repeat. 3, 2.
I'll use my last repeat.
Last one.
All right. What 1991 fantasy comedy follows a young woman whose unstable life becomes even more complicated when her wild, imaginary childhood friend reappears?
I can't believe this is about to happen.
I can't believe I can't remember the name of this movie.
That's fine.
5,
Say,
4.
I
Three.
don't know, Muriel's wedding.
And your
Dagnino
winner,
won.
What?
Bobby!
Oh, boy.
Oh God.
Gucci! It's his first win in 3 years.
Drop Dead Fred.
Drop Dead Fred.
Dead Fred.
Dang it.
Drop Dead Fred.
Drop
And
dead Fred,
Drop
damn it.
Dead Fred. Emma knew it. Look, Emma knew it. Drop Dead Fred.
He had it,
But
and
he did it. Gucci gets the
That's
draft pick. He beats Fyffe and beats Kaiser. What a battle it was.
What an incredible
That's
matchup.
insane.
Finstock has a lot of fans out here. I know Emma does too.
You guys
as
can
well
all go
as
party at
Kaiser.
the milk plant next door. That should be fun, Tom.
It's a
Celebrate your
tough
win.
way to go out, and our apologies to anybody in the crowd who had to see Tom take his shirt off.
All right, so, I mean, look, what a battle it was, and I think we're going to hear from both Emma and Kaiser at the same time here
Yep.
with Jen.
And then we'll hear from Dagnino. But like I said, Dagnino hadn't won a match since against the late, great, the beloved John Schnepp.
John Schnepp, absolutely.
Back in 2016.
And
So-
here's the thing about Dagnino is that you could tell he had not won a match in a long time. He started out very rusty. He started out unsure of himself, but he started to find his groove, found his rhythm, got very lucky with a couple of these 3- and 5-point question categories. And he ended up getting the win here today. But before we go to Bobby Finstock, Gucci Dagnino, we're going to have an interview with Kaiser and Emma with our own Jen Sturger.
What's up, movie trivia Schmoedown fans? Emma, I cannot tell you how much I was jumping up and down backstage because we literally just talked about this movie.
We did actually literally just talk about this movie, and you know, it's just one of those things where I think that everybody who was on this stage tonight has a lot of gaps in their knowledge, and it just so happens that for those round 3 numbers, Gucci picked ones that were not his gaps, let's put it that way. Also, decades are a broad category, you know, so I'm not disappointed with how I played by any stretch of the imagination. And, I'm not really worried about things going forward, because let's just say I might have some things in place already to ensure that the league continues to be as balanced as it can be going forward. All I want is what's best for the league.
All right, a little vague.
That's a nice little
What are you involved with, like black magic and voodoo? What do you got up your
possible heel
Yeah, I was-
statement.
I tanked that Dawn of the Dead. That was stupid. I should have had Return of the Living Dead. I was thinking of Tom's bank account, which is Dawn of the Dead, and I got all confused.
Return of
but,
the Living Dead's another.
Look, it was my first match. It was fun to be
Tom
out here
Savini
with,
and
two of the
never
greats
mind.
in the league. two of the greats, two all-stars who I plan on sniping out in 2020. It's going to be a good year. I'm looking forward to 2020. I love Florida. I can't wait to come back. I love seeing the fans, all the dungeon heads. That makes me happy. So win or lose, it was a great night to be here, man.
Well, best of luck to you guys next season in the draft. It's going to be a hell of a season. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Jen, and thank you to both Emma and Kaiser. And what a match it was. It was a battle. They fought. Emma, every single time Emma's in a match, it's like your edge-of-the-seat stuff. And she did it again, her and Dagnino. And this time, Dagnino takes the victory. And that's not the last we're going to see these two. Because like Emma said, there are already things in the work. Because that's just them competing. Wait until they're maneuvering against each other and stealing picks from each other and trying to maneuver like picks next year to like who can you imagine if Emma Fyffe drafts a Kevin Smets just to spite Kaiser? Like, it's going to be crazy.
Usually when you have a live matchup, it's the culmination of something. This was just the beginning. This is just stoking the fire, throwing a little bit more coal in the furnace. This is getting the blood hot and angry and vengeful for next season when the manager draft happens.
But one of those managers will have a higher pick in the draft. If Emma or Kaiser picks high, he can steal it now.
I
And
hope
that man
he's
is,
wearing a shirt.
Probably not. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the winner. Bobby Gucci.
Ah, good.
Really milking it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really milking it.
I love that you're giving me stage direction. What alternate universe are we living in? Jesus Christ.
Florida. Let me tell you something here. I'm gonna drop a little wisdom. It's so easy to tear up a carpet, but can you lay the wood floor, the new one? And guess what I just did? Laid the wood floor.
At least linoleum.
Go-to numbers 16, 17, and 18. I knew Kaiser had no shot. He's a nice guy, but obviously he's not going to beat me. And then Emma, she did her thing, and I got that demon off my back. I think ultimately this is all about the draft picks. So when the Founding Fathers win tonight, and then when Bateman wins the singles championship, I'll have 3 guys in my stable, and I get another top-round draft pick. So look out.
Guys, Tom Dagnino.
All right. Thank you to Jen and
The
thanks to
Gucci
Tom
has spoken.
Dagnino.
Yeah. Don't know what he spoke, but he
And
spoke.
Look, the horsemen are already starting to mount a little bit of a comeback. You look at what Roca did against Kalinowski, right? And now Dagnino takes the victory here in the draft bowl. But now it doesn't work. And now he's got to get right back out there because his team is about to challenge for those titles. The championship match is about to begin.
This is why we came to Florida. There's so many people excited about the culmination of the Ultimate Schmoedown. Legends of the game, newcomers that have really come on strong to the scene. This is where it all goes down, right here, right now.
Yeah, it's a big championship match, and I know we have the pleasure of meeting a lot of the fans before the event starts, and there are a lot of new fans who are coming in to try to figure out what was the Schmoedown all about.
What do you think so far? There you go. There you go.
Well, but it's also...
All right, well...
We think this is awesome so far.
Yeah.
This was the undercard?
Gee, that was a last minute.
Yeah, though not only was it an undercard, it was an undercard planned like within a week.
Yeah. So here we are. That was a fantastic undercard because mostly this is the first time Dagnino, like I said, has won in 3 years.
Yeah, not including exhibition matches.
Yeah, not counting those, but like main matches that actually mean something in the actual league. Yeah, so that's gonna make things really interesting, especially if we find out in the next video that we're about to do that the Founding Fathers beat corruption.
Yeah,
that could be real interesting.
And then if Ben Bateman was to win the singles championship. Then he would have the teams and the singles champion. And then he still has this potential very high draft pick or draft pick steal.
Yeah, so he's in a situation where, heaven forbid, Smets doesn't take the belt, Intergeekdom belt, come Spectacular, which, I mean, let's be honest, it's going to happen. But if for some reason, in a strange twist of events...
Don't tell Mike.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Yeah. In some strange twist of events that Smets somehow doesn't have the Intergeekdom belt after Spectacular, he very well could be stolen over into the Horsemen.
Yeah.
Which would then make that a very dangerous faction at that point. Because then you have your Intergeekdom player again.
Which, all apologies, would be about time.
Yeah.
Because we really haven't seen the Horsemen. They're a fantastic faction. They're a fantastic group, stable, teams.
Strong.
They're all fantastic and strong.
Strong veteran players.
They just don't do anything.
No, haven't in a minute. They've lost a few players, Nost, Inman, not counting 4 Horsemen before.
Yeah, but I mean, these are all strong. I would have expected this is the team, the faction that does own all the belts, with the exception that as of right now they don't have an Intergeekdom player.
Right, but I mean, you're sitting in a situation
or
where
they do maybe with Brain. I don't know.
No,
who knows?
I think he's family. You're sitting in a situation though where the league is just super strong, and so that's an example of why they don't have all the belts, because there's a lot of really strong players out there. But yeah, so you have Tom Dagnino has kind of an advantage going into the draft now, which is a very unique thing.
Especially when we see how the draft is going to go. I'm going to guess that this is during the actual draft, this is going to be one where he can just stand up and excuse me, I would like to take Emma's or Kaiser's pick. Yeah.
So, yeah, great undercard, fantastic, especially for it being last minute. I'm excited to get into the actual team match, though. So let's go ahead and wrap this one up because we got another video we got to shoot right now.
Yeah, which I'm sitting here thinking man, it's too bad this is going to be a separate video. Well, it is going to be a separate video. We still get to film it right now, so we're going to get to watch it now.
So that's why the cutoff here is a little awkward. That's just because we got to break it up somewhere, and we're predicting this is the best spot. So find out what we think about the team match
on that video.
As
for this video, First of all, make sure you go over to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown YouTube channel. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe over there. Did you like this live show event? Again, keep in mind, this was the undercard. We've got Spectacular showing up. Spectacular, there's not going to be an undercard.
They're all the
Spectacular
card.
is 5 full-on cards. This is going to be the best live event. Yeah, don't worry about the grammar. I don't ever. This is going to be 5 major matches. You're going to want to see this. This will be the best live event of the entire season.
Yep.
And we were at Houston, and that was fantastic. So make sure you pick up tickets to that if they're still available still.
I don't think they are.
At theschmoedownlive.com. If you are not able to pick up those tickets, make sure you pick up the live stream because, again, you're going to want to be one of the first people to see this immediately. It's going to be a great show. So go to theschmoedownlive.com for all your ticketing and live streaming needs. As for us, make sure you hop on our social media at Cinefanatics MLP. We'll let you know what's going on, what we have planned. Follow us as we make comments and talk about movie news stories that pop up randomly. Also, subscribe to us here. We are about to close in on 1,000 subscribers. Please join us as we reach that goal. Hit subscribe. That subscribe button is right here above our heads. Hit that and you'll be subscribed. Also, over here are a couple other videos that we have made. And as always,
Orlando.
Yep.
Of course.
Later.
See ya. Of course we had to put that in the video somewhere.
Yeah, why wouldn't we?